question that I was asked quite a lot was I was asked to explain about my front cover and why I've done some things on my cover. I'll start with the model. I positioned the model like this to demonstrate, as it was a regular feature in all the other magazines, that the model is central to the page, looking directly at the camera to maintain eye contact. I find this image quite grabbing, seeing as the eye contact, but it also brings you in with what the model's wearing, which is representative to my genre. The reason I've used this breakout as a big font on the top is because it's it's broken down font, so it's quite attention grabbing because it's not a complete font. So people will look at it saying, "Oh, is it on purpose?" So when they look at it, they realise the model, realise the font, and pick it up and look at the rest of the magazine. The reason I've gone with these the stories is because I wanted to also have stories that brought in the reader. So when they read the line, they thought, "Oh, I want to read more on the story." Then I'll look inside the magazine to find the story and then read about it. Hopefully, buy my magazine. I priced it at £3.50, seeing as market research is slightly below the higher prices magazines, but a bit more expensive than the lower quality magazines that don't tend to have a lot of pages in them. Cool. On the left hand side is it's an advert that I found that is representative of my genre. The XX are a band which are quite popular in the Tiny group, and I found this advert because it's a advertisement for their latest CD. Talking about my content page, this is also a set half copied, half not content page because you've got the inside this week with quite straight lines going through my magazine. I did this to make sure it was easy for people to navigate through the magazine so they didn't get lost on the way. I've chosen the stories and the images because the images are quite attention grabbing because you've got quite a moody image and then quite a almost relaxed image. But then all the photos are different in themselves, so when people go to look at it, each image is different, attracting them to different stories that they might not regularly read. I've used the stories rather than the pictures to take in the reader, to bring them in, so they look at the story and then want to do more on it, read more on it. And I've done a little in the corner. I've done a little plus stories. This is to get people to notice the little smaller stories in the magazine, the ones that they still might want to read. So quite popular still. Since the posting of this on my media blog, I have done a few updates. I've posted a couple of little extra things like an exclusive banner on the main image and little banners next to inside this week. I've chosen the styling, the font, as it's quite a flowing text, so it never breaks the reader's eye, but still draws them into the story. On my double page spread, I decided to do two stories, one on the artist's example and one on an artist that I made up called Gil. They're both electronic artists who work with computers who are both popular with the Italian audience, especially example seeing as he's often in the charts for his songs. But Gil is made up, but I've tailored him to an audience around that. The image that I've used, I decided to put it wide across both pages, as I find it quite an interesting image that draws the reader into the story, and it's quite attention grabbing when you first turn to the page. You instantly look at the picture. Since the posting of this, I've done a few tweaks. I've put a couple of signs on things saying free poster and such. This is to give the readers a bit more motive to pick up the story, pick up the magazine, and read a bit more. In the interviews, I ask a lot about the type of music that they do, the genre, and like what they're doing in the future. I find this to be quite helpful, because this is what people want to read about in the genre. font I used is called Agency FB. It's quite a sharp font, but it works quite well in interview as it's easily viewable at a small size, which is what I used. The spacing on the magazine is a 3-column layout. This is to make it easier for my audience to read the magazine. But I've done large spacing on the one interview, as it was quite a blocky interview. So short answers allowed me to do short little bursts of text that the reader will find it easier to read overall. That was the question that I got asked from the audience. It was just to summarise what I did in my magazine and why I did it.